Standard 8th, Chapter 13, Introduction to Graphs. So what is the purpose of the graph? Is to show numerical facts in visual form so that they can be understood quickly, easily and clearly. Thus, graphs are the visual representation of data collected. Okay, so now let us see the different types of graphs. A graph is a picture which shows the relationship between two quantities. A bar graph is used to show comparison between among categories: birth rate, death rate, rain, production of crop, results of cricket, football matches. All are represented by bar graph in newspapers, magazine and on television. It is easier to understand, compare and remember information given by bar graph. A pie graph is used to compare parts of whole. A histogram is a bar graph which shows data in intervals. A line graph displays data that changes continuously over period of time. The relation between dependent variable and independent variable is shown through the graph. Now on the graph, the horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical line is called the y-axis. Now we start with the exercise 13.1. So 13.1, we have to write the answers from the question. Let us start. The following graph shows the temperature of a patient in a hospital recorded every hour. What was the patient's temperature at 1 p.m.? At 1 p.m., the temperature was 36.5. Am I right? Okay. When was the patient's temperature? 38.5. 38.5 matches with 12 noon. The patient's temperature was same 2 times during the period given. What were these 2 times? So check the graph and tell me what were the time. 1 and 2 p.m. What was the temperature at 1:30? 1:30 the temperature was 36.5. How did you arrive from your answer? That is from the graph. During which period did the patient's temperature showed an upward trend? Upward trend between 10 to 11. Now we go to question number 2. So from the graph we have to write the answers. Okay, now this is your x-axis on which years are shown. This is your y-axis in which sales are shown. What was the sales in 2002? In 2002 it was 4 CR. 2006 it was 8 CR. Okay. What were the sales in 2003? 2003 was 7 CR and 2005 was 10 CR. Compute the difference between the sales in 2007, 2002 and 2006. 2002 was 4, 2006 was 8. 8 minus 4 gives you 4. In which year was there the greatest difference between the sales as compared to its previous year? So from the graph you will write down the answer. So check the graph and tell me. Everyone, find the answer. What was the difference? So in 2005 there was a greatest difference between the sales as compared to its previous year. Now question number 3. For an experiment in botany, 2 different plants A and B are grown under similar laboratory conditions. Their heights were measured at the end of each week for 3 weeks. The results are shown by the following graphs. So on the x-axis we have weeks, on the y-axis we have height. Now we will write down, I will read the question and you write down the answer. Okay. So your first question is, how high was plant A after 2 weeks? After 2 weeks, the plant A was 7 centimeter high. 3 weeks it was 9 centimeter. Please check the graph. How high was plant B? Plant B after 2 weeks it was 7 centimeter and after 3 weeks it was 10 centimeter. How much did plant A grow during the third week? Plant A grew during the third week. 9 minus 7 gives you 2 centimeter. Next, how much did plant B grow from the end of the second week to the third week? 10 minus 7 gives you 3. During which week plant A grow the most? Plant A, the growth of plant A, during the first week it was 2 centimeter. Second week 7 minus 2 gives you 5. Third week 9 minus 7 gives you 2. From the graph you get the answer. So thus during the second week plant A grew the most. Okay. During which week did plant B grow least? During first week 1 cm minus 0, 1 cm. During second week 7 cm minus 1 cm, 6 cm. Third week 10 minus 7, 3. So during the first week it grew the least. Were the two plants for the same height during any week shown here? At the end of the second week both the plants were of same height, that is 7 centimeter. Okay. Now we go to question number 4. The following graph shows the temperature forecast and the actual temperature of the week. So this is the dot one is shown the forecast and this is the actual one. Let us start. On which days were the forecast temperature the same as the actual one? The forecast temperature was same on Tuesday, check the graph, Friday and Sunday. Okay, so please write down the answer. Now we go to the next one. Read the next. What was the maximum forecast temperature during the week? So the maximum forecast during the week was 35 degrees Celsius. From the graph. What was the minimum temperature? Actual temperature, it was 15 degrees Celsius. On which day did the actual temperature differ the most from the forecast temperature? Chalo, Monday, let us check. Monday, 17.5 minus 15 degrees Celsius gives you 2.5 Celsius. Tuesday, 20 degree minus 20 degrees, 0 degrees Celsius. Wednesday, 30 degrees Celsius minus 25 gives you 5. Thursday gives you 22.5 minus 15, 7.5. Friday, 15 minus 15, 0 degree. Saturday, 30 minus 25, 30 minus 25, so 5. Sunday, 35 minus 35, 0 degrees Celsius. Now question number 5, we will learn how to draw the graph. So before I start, what you have to do, you have to draw this table. This is called table. This year will be your on x-axis and days will be on y-axis. Okay. So we have to take the same unit and mark the points. 2003, 8, 2004, 10, x coordinate, y coordinate. Okay. 2005, 5, 6, 12. So this way we draw the graph. On y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1000 population. Dotted ones are women and dark one is men. X-axis 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7. Y-axis 1 to 14. Now your first point is pay attention 2003. चलो 2003 कहाँ है? ये है till 12. 12 मतलब this is your first point. ठीक है. 2004 पे आ जाओ. 12.5 तो थोड़ा सा ऊपर जाओ. 2005 13. Okay. 2006 13.2. 2007 13.5. In the same way we will draw the second one and join the lines. So this way you get the This is for the second one. Now I'm explaining for the first one. Chalo. 2003 8, 2004 10, 2005 5, 2006 and 12. So this is for fifth A, okay, and this is for the second one. Is it clear? Accordingly, you have to draw the graph. Now we go to question number 6. A courier person cycles from a town for a neighboring suburban area to deliver parcel to merchant. Okay. So x-axis time is shown, y-axis distance. What is the scale taken for the time axis? The scale taken for the time axis is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units equal to 1 hour. Okay. How much time did the person take for the travel? So person started from 8 and he reached by 11:30. Am I right? Okay. So 3.5 hours. How far is the place of the merchant from the town? Distance, total distance is how much? 22 kilometers. Did the person stop on his way? Yes. The stoppage time was 10 a.m. to 10:30. See now, this is okay. So he stopped. During which period did he write fasted? Fast. During which period? Check the graph. Between 8 to 9. Okay. Now we go to question number 7. 4 graphs are given. Can there be a time temperature graph as follows? Justify your answer. In case of third, the graph shows the different number of temperatures. Third one. At the same time, which is not possible. Case 3 does not represent a time temperature graph. First one shows increase of time, decrease of time, constant, but here no idea of time. Okay, so this case 3 does not represent a time temperature graph. Now we are going to the next exercise, that is 13.2, in which we have to draw the graphs. Okay, but the graphs are very easy. So take out your pencil, scale and your graph paper. So now we will start. Draw the graphs of the following table of the values. X-axis number of apples, y-axis will be cost. So on the x-axis, now we draw this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. First point is 1, 5. 1, 5. Second is 2, 10. 2, 10. 3, 15. 4, 20. 5, 25. Okay. So accordingly, take the, on x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 apple, y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to rupees 5. Now we go to the second one. Distance traveled by a car. You can see on x-axis time, and y-axis distance. Okay. So we draw 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Then here 10, 20 till 160. And plot the points. I am reading the points. 6, 40. 6 and 40. Okay. Then 7, 80. 7 and 80. Okay. 8 and 120. Okay. 9 and 160. Can you see? Now how much distance did the car cover during the period 7:30 to 8 a.m.? 7:30 to 8 a.m. the car covered. 7:30 is here. Okay. And 8 a.m. Okay. So the answer will be 7:30 to 8 a.m. 120 minus 100 gives you 120 kilometers. What was the time when the car had covered a distance of 100 kilometers since its start? So when the car